Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Hello, everybody.
Back to talk Love Island USA Season 6, Episode 9. This is the Thursday night, June 20th episode. Make sure you like and subscribe here, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at the Reality Guys for all your Love Island coverage, Love Island UK, all of your Netflix, everything and anything in between. Brian, this episode, the fallout from Rob's dramatic decision. We didn't talk about that last night. I thought that was a great point brought up by Leah. This bastard like waited and all too. He just didn't get up when the rest of the guys got up and walked. The other guys were up, walking,
Yeah.
standing, then gets up. Like you're
Yeah.
you're a jerk, dude. And I thought that was a really great point because we had a lot of people kind of going back and forth in our comments and even on the Facebook groups about playing maybe devil's advocate for him. He had never really lied to her, this and that. I think again, I think his actions show that he is kind of a jerk.
I completely agree. And just, I think the telling thing is that conversation that him and Lee had, where he's like, why don't you care about my feelings? And he's like, and then he's like, I don't care about your feelings at all. And it's just like, it's just not a good look from him at all.
Or you were crying and throwing a fit and you did a walk off. You wanted her to care about your feelings. You're claiming that she
Mhm.
never cared and just like stormrolled over you. No, she's actually never spoke a damn word until literally yesterday when she was mad at you. So like, what are you talking about? You were sneaking around even when you were matched with someone else. Like, there was, I didn't see any steam rolling there and no gut caring about feelings there, right?
Right.
Just admit it. That's what she's trying to say. A girl you think is hotter walked into the villa and you're more into her. Just say it, dude, because
Mhm.
now, whether she's actually crazy or not, poor freaking Leah is just going to spend probably the rest of her time on Love Island raging, and it probably has just like ruined it. Now, that's on her for maybe some of her reaction past a certain point. Like, I'm giving her tonight as her grace. If tomorrow she's still spending her time rambling on about Rob, enough's enough.
Yeah. And especially if like she's going to kind of move in on Connor, and like
Exactly.
Janae looks like she's trying to be like nice about it to her face and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see because it looks like there is a little like scuffle in the makeup room based off the preview tomorrow. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, look, and I don't think I don't know what else Leah's supposed to do. They did go and talk today, right? She did come up to her and say, look, respectfully, we're trying to get to know each other. So I think, frankly, in Love Island terms, after that, it's free game, right? And so these we will keep saying this because we are now episode 9. We're just getting past the point now where I'm going to say like we're still in the beginning, right?
Yes, we are
This
100% in the beginning.
like it's you know what I'm saying? Like I hate that I keep saying that, but like really until we get into like next week proper or next weekend, that's really when you shouldn't be screwing around and being an F boy, right? But like we're still in the single digits, and that's including an unseen bits. This is only the 8th real episode so far this season.
Right. Yeah, I would even probably push it even a little further, like maybe closer to Casa Amor is when I would say it's
That's
legit.
usually what, like in the
Because
20s
Connor
now?
hasn't, yeah, Connor hasn't been here a week. Hakeem hasn't been here a week. I mean, it's just like I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Again, just it's the Love Island. Like it just don't be dumb. That's all. That's all it is. Don't be
I
dumb.
did
And Rob's
love the
being dumb.
line. I did love the line Leah gave at the top of the episode. It could be a great title. The thirstiest man alive. She's like, how did I fall for the thirstiest
Yeah,
man alive? And I'm like, the thirstiest man alive is like the name of a great love song. Like,
he and even like his faces during the kissing challenge, where like he had like so many like scoffs when somebody was kissing Andrea or Leah.
I love that. And we can talk about Miguel rolling in there at the end, right? And I don't know if that was just specifically at Connor because I'm not at Connor, I mean at Rob because he's super into what's
Andrea.
the what's the new girl?
Andrea.
Yeah, Andrea. He's like, I'm gonna take my time on this one. I was like, oh, that was cold, dude. And also, what's his name doesn't even get to do the damn challenge.
Oh, Aaron.
Aaron gets skipped.
Is it over? Do we know that?
I guess not. He might still get to go, but I actually would find it actually quite comical if they just skipped him.
Yeah, they just completely skipped him. Yeah, I will say I enjoyed the guys during their like the guy when the guys were kissing and the reactions on the
Yeah,
bench.
yeah, the
Were really
peanut
funny.
gallery.
Just and we talked about this pre-show. I thought these and I've watched a lot of Love Island. If anybody knows on this page, these were like some very ultra sexual kisses that
They
I
were
think,
raunchy.
yeah, like they were like there's nothing wrong with grabbing butts and kissing
But that's
necks.
not
I
usually
just
what the game
like
is.
there was a point I think Connor was kissing somebody and their lip with like that out, and I was like, that is
They're doing neck kisses and
yeah.
collarbone stuff. I'm like, damn, dude, this is like they are really. I don't know if this was in the rules, but I guess there are no rules. So
Yeah, eventually it's just gonna be like sex. Have sex with the vid. It'll be like how are they gonna up the ante each time? It's like I don't know,
naked, you actually all
naked
blindfold,
or
make out, but you're all
groping.
naked. Like,
Yeah, like
yeah.
Janae's like, I want somebody to smack my butt.
Speaking of the other fights we had too, Brian, I don't want to make sure we end the episode without talking about Liv and Hakeem. Liv and Hakeem really got into it. Hakeem, I wouldn't say yelling, but raising his voice for sure, not backing down and not worrying about the rest of the house seeing it. He was basically saying he was going to explore. She wasn't loving that. He started calling her super immature and like this one, how your stuff works. What was your temperature on this?
Well, yeah, he said he called her the most negative person here and the root of all problems, which I think
The
was a
root of all
stretch.
problems.
But yeah, that fight was weird to me because they don't really like each other to begin with. So what are they fighting about at all? And but the one thing I will say, I don't really like, I don't love him that much, but at least he apologized. Rob hasn't apologized at all for like just being
He's Voldemort, dude.
yeah,
He's a pouty lip bitch.
yeah.
Like I've been saying that since the beginning, and he's still pouty lip bitch. And it's like that's how it starts. Well, see, she said "f you" to me, so like I just feel way better. Like, oh,
Yeah,
you feel
now I
better
gotta go to
making
Soul
decisions.
Ties. I gotta go to Soul Ties and kiss you.
Yeah, I just have to.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it would actually be really great if it looks like Miguel and Liv have a conversation in the preview, but it would actually be really awesome if it was like Andrea to like kind of put a little heat on Rob and see what he would do.
that's a good point.
But
I would love that, honestly. Again, I don't. I think she's going to leave him at some point too. So he's gonna get what's coming around to him. It just was it sooner or later.
yeah, no, I agree. Like Casa Amor is going to be amazing this season, just with how they're crying and the investments, and like we didn't see Kayla like at all this entire episode, which is kind of one of the reasons I really liked it because her confessionals just kind of bother me with her like high pitched voice. I think like her and um I don't know Janae. I like Janae a lot, but she's pretty like defensive of Connor at the moment. But we'll have to see how tomorrow
Pretty
goes.
defensive of Connor, who's just gotten there. Connor has
Yeah,
been very open about wanting to talk to everybody, or at least talk
yeah,
to several people. He was very genuinely about saying that he wants to get to know Leah. Leah also put it out there. We see this every season on Love Island, though. There is going to be some people that look like at the end of the day, I don't care if you've been respectful about it. I'm pissed because now I'm not going to have a person. So
yeah.
I don't really give a shit. And guess what ends up happening? They end up getting in arguments and things. And it looks like that's going to happen in the makeup room. And I can also understand Leah's point of view. Like everyone says they love Leah. She's got a great personality. And God forbid now for 2 days she's a little sad and not just like cheerleading everyone and maybe taking your dude. Like now she's an asshole. I can understand her probably frustration. She's gonna get crap. She's like, dude, are you serious? I've been treated worse than anyone here. Like, I'm not gonna worry that like you're trying to own the new guy. Like you sorry. Tough.
Yeah, they could do like a little shift because I mean, only one person would go home,
Yeah.
as like we said, and maybe it would. I don't know. Like if somebody could move, like if Connor goes to Leah, I mean, she could go to Hakeem in the meantime, like things like that, like
Yeah, but it keeps yeah, it's true.
or
It's
Cordell. She could go to Cordell. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think
Cordell like
Cordell
kind
is
of got his
going
ring
back.
back
Yeah, Cordell is going back.
with that kiss. Yeah,
Yeah, I think Cordell is going back to his original
I don't want
reality.
him to. I don't want him
Yeah,
to.
but they're laying the groundwork too, even with showing us that, right?
Yeah,
She came up today and said that she is basically like a cat that runs away from you and then approaches over time. Like, yeah, but your cat doesn't dump you though. So, like, you dumped his
and
ass.
friends.
So,
That
like,
doesn't
a
dump you in
little
friends
different.
ever.
Yeah, you friend zoned the shit out of him. Either way,
Yeah,
to me, dumping.
yeah.
Not off the island, but out of like contention. So
Right.
overall, the last two episodes really have picked up the intensity. I am really looking forward to tomorrow night. Looks like we have another fight, which would be like 2 or 3 fights in a week, which would be really good for
Yeah,
me. So,
this week's been great. I will say this week because second week has been really good. I mean, I'm enjoying it.
yep, 100% better than UK.
Facts. I didn't even do a review today because I was like, I'm not even wasting my time.
You could just drop UK. No one even cares in UK anymore. Like people in the
Well, here's
UK
the thing.
people in the UK groups,
I did UK the other night. I didn't share it at all, and it got the most views.
it's
So
so
it
good.
doesn't make any sense to me. So I
No one
did
even
think
in the
about
UK
it.
groups even talk about it. They're all more annoyed by it too.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
all
I
kind of
know.
like we don't like people.
Yeah.
I'm like,
If it just nothing really happened today. If something did happen, I would have done it. I just my notes were like 3 sentences. I'm like, there's no point in doing a video on this. behind baseball for everybody here.
A little inside baseball for the crew. Yeah, so that's it. Make sure you like and subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the reality guys. Check out our other coverage, cast interviews, reviews, season previews, basically anything reality TV related. Hit us up, ask us about it, and we'll do it. But for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.